Hey everyone, Defcon here, and I'm going to finish off the rest of my move pack walkthrough. I'm not going to play the levels. I did an hour playthrough of the levels. It didn't, got a couple hundred views, so thanks for watching, the people that did. But I'm going to cover the rest of the actual more important building tools that you get when you buy the pack instead of the levels. There's been enough walkthroughs on YouTube for that. So to start it off, the most important tool that you get is the sticker creator. So let's go right into that right now. So under your stickers, just go to this tool. It's called Paint. Now you notice in your top left to right, you're gonna have these options. They're just like little shortcuts to tell you what the buttons on your move controller do. It's pretty much the same as the normal controller that you use. The only exception is that you have this button right here, which is the choose color button, which is the move button. So I'll just show you that right now. That's really the only function of this button. It does act as the X button in other circumstances, but that's all it does really, so it's not really a necessary button. And then the other thing I want to say is that hopefully with enough support from the Little Big Planet community, or enough voice from the Little Big Planet community, you guys can convince Sony to actually add the controller support, or just the normal PS3 controller support, because using the move controller is not really the best for drawing these stickers. I'm going to show you that. Okay, so first things first, let's just start by showing you the tools. So you have a paintbrush here. It's very standard. I'll choose a more simpler pattern first though. So my paintbrush, or to choose my tools, I hold my square button down. I can choose a paintbrush, a spray brush, or an eraser. So I'll give you an idea of what they look like. So your paintbrush, very standard. The spray brush is fairly wide, so I would never ever use this unless I was probably doing explosions. That would probably be pretty cool. And then your eraser, which just erases the painted object, or whatever you have painted down, according to what pattern you have selected. It will erase it. So for example, if I had let's just put a big green blotch down here of this pattern. Okay, that's not working. There we go. Okay, so let's say I go back into my erase thing and I want to make a nice erased flat line along this green edge, or this green piece here. The best way to do that is just go into your stickers. So I'm holding my X button on the move controller, and I go to stickers. So your X is really choose your brush, or choose your pattern. I'd like to call it pattern. So let's select, those are some of the stickers I made, you see right there. But to erase a flat line, I'm just going to go select one of the squares right here. So there you go. Now I don't know if this is going to be an actual good erase or not. We'll see. Okay, so that's a fade erase. So if you need it to fade on a line, you can use the faded color to do that, which is actually pretty neat. I didn't know that, so I just found that out now. But let's actually choose the proper flat edge to show you that you can actually get a flat edge. So here we go. And there you go. So now I can make flat edges. So that's one way to tidy up pictures nicely. Now the other big problem I noticed is that this is your color wheel, and when I first started drawing I noticed that there was no brown color. So I'm going to show you to mix colors. So to make brown, first of all, I'm going to go into my brush and select the circular. I like this brush, but you can't make it any bigger, which is unfortunate. So, and also make sure that you're painting, not erasing. So I just make a nice big red circle. And I want to get my brown color, so I could either add dark gray or black. I like black. And this is where your left joystick comes into play. Your left joystick is sort of similar from before when you're dealing with objects, but the only exception is when I move left or right with the joystick. Moving to the left will make my sticker or my brush a bit more translucent. So when I push my trigger here, you can actually see some of the red color through the black here. I held it for a bit longer there, so you can sort of see the difference between the two. And obviously if I were to go to the right on my left joystick, I would put a black circle in there, and obviously the red wouldn't shine through. So this is in essence how you mix colors. So how would I select this color? Well, up here in the top right you'll see color picker, which is your triangle. So I just hold my triangle down, and it gives you this nice little hexagon or whatever you want to call it, and it will give you a preview of the color that you're magnifying or that you're hovering over. So that looks like a pretty good brown to me, actually. So that's how you mix colors. Now, when you're mixing colors, the one thing to keep in mind is that, let's say I'm gonna paint a brown guy's, or a brown ball, and then I want the brown ball to explode in an animation. But the thing is, if I go to draw another sticker, I'm not going to have the color of that brown ball in my stickers palette, so that's going to be a bit of a problem, right? Well, what you do is you really just draw your brown ball, and then what you do is you push start, and then just save it. So what I've done is I've drawn my brown ball, which is what I want my final character to be, and I've also saved my color palette in which I used to draw my brown ball. So now what I can do is, because I know I've saved that, I can go into my tools and just select the erase button and just erase all this stuff. You got to make sure you erase all of it though, because the sticker I saved is really big. It has all these objects in it because it thinks they're actual pictures, but I'm really just using the one as a palette for later on if I need to grab the colors off of it. Okay, so now when I save it, it should be a different diameter than the other previously saved sticker. So I'm going to exit, and I'll show you the new sticker material. Place that down. So it looks like holographic material. As soon as you put a sticker on it, though, this bright white goes away right away, which is quite nice. Okay, and then the final thing, just to make it a bit nicer, is put a black background on there. So, go into your stickers, and as you can see right here, I have two pictures, one with my palette, which is much different, and then one with just my brown circle, which is my main character. So now that's a way of saving your color palette, just so you guys can see the distinct difference in doing that. Okay, and I guess the last thing I could do, which sort of mixes in with color or matching or mixing colors, is adding shade to an object. So let's go back into the paint tool here. Alright, so I've opened up my paint tool, but my brown ball's gone. How do I bring it back in? Easy. Just push start and go to choose background, and then just choose your brown ball again. Cool. Now the unfortunate thing is that it doesn't place it right back in the center, which would be great, but whatever, you know, you can't have, beggars can't be choosers, so. Okay, so right away I'll just go and select my brown. I'm cheating a bit because I only have the one color, so I don't need to worry about it. When you're saving your color palette, it's nice because if you do shading on an object, you can actually screw up and choose the wrong color after you've added your shade to the object. So let's just go here, and we're going to increase our color palette just a bit more, and add the shade for the ball so you can see that. So again, I'm just going to go in and select black, get the circle tool out. Now pushing to the left again until it comes really light so I can barely even see it, and then just tap the trigger once. Okay, so that's pretty good for a shadow, I'd say, for starting at least. So it's already light, and I've already selected the color I just freshly mixed with the color picker. So I'm just going to go in and apply that onto the ball now. Okay, not the prettiest. This is where the controller would really come in handy. Okay, still not good enough. I'm going to make it a bit brighter, or a bit dimmer so you can't see it as well. Okay, so I'm happy with it. It doesn't look very good right now. It actually looks really crappy, but that's fine. So now I've placed this shadow on this other object. So what I'm going to do is choose my color picker, and as you can see, see how it's sort of transitioning? That's how you're going to get the gradient of your shadow. And then eventually you're going to get a much nicer clean shadow, and actually just that one stroke there made it look 100% better in my opinion. That's just me. I'm quite happy with that. Now, the one thing to keep in mind, which is nice about using the sticker material, is that, first of all, if I can get rid of this, is that we have some opaque or some non-opaque color coming through around the borders of our object. That's fine actually, because on the sticker material that will be the same, so you'll see the background through the shadow bit. So in essence, if your shadow comes off the object a bit, it's actually going to reflect into the background and probably stand out a bit more than it just being a matte object. So that's it for color mixing, shading, and saving your stickers and re-editing a palette. The other thing you need to keep in mind is when you save a sticker, always back up your stickers. I had about 20 or 30 stickers drawn, and my hard drive crashed and I lost them all. They all went corrupt. So to back them up, what you would do is I want to back up my shaded brown ball here, as I go into my Poppet here, and just go to More and export to your hard drive. Okay, make sure you do that. You never know, especially with the older PlayStation 3s, they're all starting to break down. So just back your stuff up and save your time. Don't redo work that you've done again. I'm trying to save you guys some time here. The other thing is I'm going to try to do a level where I do stickers for you guys, because again, it's very frustrating that you need to have a move controller and everything. So maybe you guys could do some requests on what you'd like for stickers, or more importantly, let me know if I can make custom stickers and that you guys can use them if you don't have the paint pack or the move controller. So if somebody already knows the answer to that, please let me know, and that'll help me making my mind up if I'm actually going to do that level or not. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.